Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Um, you remember the old song that the ancestors used to sing, "We shall overcome one day." Well, that one day is now. It's today. It's now. It was when the Grow program began in the haunted house. The freedom fighters, like Al Sharpton and Attorney Crumpton, the people who are continuing on with the movement. Yes, they are fighting for genuine equality. They are. And now we have the Grow program where people are overcoming in love and rising from oppression. And so we'll have that. And once we come on the scene and they really see us, that's going to really propel us forward, because they already done passed some legislation in the House of Representatives, George Floyd Policing Act. And I just can't believe that people would vote against the chokehold. And because once you put someone in a chokehold, that's a death grip. They can't get out of that. It's very hard to get out of a chokehold. And some other different things that they voted against. It just baffles my mind. See, because these things don't happen to Caucasian people. I noticed something, and I'm not trying to, it's not a us versus them thing. It really isn't. But, you have to think about the fact that Africans really helped build this country, and a lot of the wealth that has came from the Caucasians have came from the times of slavery and time. I'm not saying everybody, but many Caucasian families have benefited from their wealth has came from the times of slavery, and that's why they are in a more of an economic advantage than African Americans are. Because when slavery ended, we were given nothing. Matter of fact, the slave owners were given money because they lost slaves. But the slaves really were given anything except some property, maybe to share on the former slave owner, where they were still robbed and taken and didn't have really food to eat and had to eat scraps off the pig, and had to eat nasty stuff from the pig. And that has came on down from generation to generation. See, we getting ready to break free from that nasty pig too. We gonna leave him alone, because that pig is nothing but high blood pressure, diabetes, a whole lot of problems, health problems that it came down through the years, have been bestowed upon African Americans from eating the pig. So it's time to let go of the pig too, before the pig let go of you. Just like with the cigarettes and the alcohol, people, we got to start doing different. I noticed something, and I'm not trying to be any kind of way, but I do notice that a lot of Caucasian people always smiling all the time. They are. And then I look at the African American people, and they never smile, rarely smile. Unless they, talking to somebody, but we don't really walk around with a smile on our face. But we are now. We got a reason to smile now, honey, because we getting ready to overcome oppression. We getting ready to rise. And see, the thing of it is, they don't even know we rise. We rising and we growing. See, the ancestors revealed to me it's not time to bust on the scene. When we bust on the scene, they are. We gonna be. I mean, we gonna make a statement. We are going to make a statement. It could be any time now. So just keep growing. Tell your family members to grow, because we are going to rise above this oppression. We are going to change our hearts towards one another. We're going to do better. We're going to do better about ourselves. Stop turning this oppression inward. This is this going to expose a lot of things. Because see, people ways towards are going to change. This narcissistic behavior is going to change, because see, the thing of it is, you wouldn't even know that you in a relationship with a narcissistic person, until it's too late. And then it's all messed up because see, you done got all, they wrap you up and you think it's all cuteness and that, and all that ain't cute. All that controlling behavior is not cute. We are not put here to be man's servant. We are not. We'll put her to be God's servant and be in our own spiritual, holistic walk with God. Not somebody, so, not somebody just running you down all the time. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to do that, because I had to keep up with, he was gone all the time, then he showed me, he showed me how to do the tracker. He did, and he said, I wish I never showed you how to do it. But yeah, I used to track him everywhere, honey. And that tracker about ran me crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. You need to let go of that tracker, honey. That tracker would drive you crazy. Cause see, he tried to do that. That was the purpose. Going all these different houses. He was trying to drive me crazy with that tracker. And honey, please, I'm gonna tell you something. This controlling behavior. See what it is. You have to find happiness within yourself. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I wish I had me somebody. I wish." Why? Why can't you be happy within you? What's wrong with being happy within yourself first, and then if God see fit. If he see fit to allow somebody who right and your heart right, they heart right, if he see fit for that to come together, then he gonna make it happen. The ancestors gonna make it happen, honey. I'm telling you. They will manifest beautiful things in your life, but you got to be right first. You got to be walking right and forgive. Let that old stuff go. Cause see, we under oppression. We all are. We still under oppression. I'm still growing. I'm still learning how to win in the spiritual battle, how to overcome. We still driving out the hate. Love drives out hate. It really does. Come and tell you something. I threw so much love on my husband, it drove him on out the house. Love drives out hate. And he's still throwing hate on me today. He sent me a hateful text message yesterday. It's just because he wants to try. That's what they do. If they can't figure you out, then they want to try to destroy you. And so he's still in the process of trying to destroy me, honey, but they don't bother me. That evil don't bother me. It's a spiritual warfare that's working in through people. So that's the only means of attack that I have right now. It's through him. So I'm dealing with that. And so I've put up boundaries. I don't even allow the chaos, negativity, and drama. No matter what he say, the chaos, negativity, and drama, I don't allow it to penetrate, honey. And because I'm telling you, he already done said, that he don't care about nobody. It's about him. He care about himself and himself coming up, and whoever he got to use to come up, that's how he gonna do. But see, I told him, you shouldn't have never married me then. You should have told me this in the beginning. Then I would have known that I don't want to get in that. I don't want to get with somebody who just trying to come up off of me, but see, he don't do that. He let you get in and let you fall for him and throw all this love, and then all of a sudden the love stop. It ain't, I don't have to do that anymore. We married. I was like, what? I'm telling you, honey, I done been through. When I tell you I done been through, that's why I say, be careful trying to jump all off in something. First fix you, because that's exactly what I did. I went and jumped off in some mess, and thank God, God pulled me out of that. It wasn't nothing but God, honey, because I'm telling you, I'm over there in a haunted house dealing with him. And then on top of that, I don't know what to do about these demons. My kids scared. My daughter wasn't never there. She stayed gone because she was terrified. Stuff all happening, doorknobs moving, different things going on in there. And so then, I didn't know. I'm in the Bible. I didn't know what to do. But unbeknownst to me, because I wasn't even thinking about it, I'm just over there praying to Jesus. And like he said, he telling me, pray to Jesus that he changed. And I'm praying to Jesus for him and praying to Jesus about the house. And so, and unbeknownst to me, the good spirits were working. The good spirits were working and moving and helping me. But I had to be quiet. Then she got my attention when she caught me on, when I rose up with him, when he get ready to say he wasn't finna give me no money, I rose up, and so the pain in my stomach, it started, I'm telling you, that's how she got me. And that's what they said. I read up on that. It said in African spirituality, the ancestor will cause a minor illness to let you know that you on the wrong path. So you need to get back on the right path. And that's what she did. That got my attention, honey. When my stomach started hurting, I fell to the floor screaming. And I'm hollering, and then I get up and go outside. I'm sweating everything. I thought I was having a heart attack. I didn't know what was wrong. And my stomach just cutting like a butcher knife. So I go back in the house to tell him, and he hollered at me, call the ambulance. So I had the phone in my hand. I go back outside. All of a sudden, I was getting ready to dial 911. It was hurting so bad, and I'm sweating. And all of a sudden, the pain stopped, and I heard a voice. I heard a voice say, "Be quiet. Listen to me. Listen to me. There's nothing wrong with you." Now, because the pain stopped in my stomach, so I had to listen. Now, there's nothing wrong with you. I want you to go back in there and sit down and be quiet. And you know me and being quiet. Just like Miss Gloria say, be quiet, be quiet. But I said, I didn't want my stomach to start back hurting. So she said, trust me, be quiet. So I went back in there and I sat down. First, he looked at me surprised because my stomach stopped hurting. And so, but then he remembered he was doing evil. So he went back and went to hollering. And I just looked at him. I didn't say a word. And he said something else. And I just looked at him. I didn't say a word. And he flipped over on the couch and went to sleep. 30 minutes later, he woke up and he was feeling just fine, tossing the grandbaby and everything. Just, the argument that day was over with, but the hellion came back in him. So, but what I'm saying is that's how she got my attention, is through that way. And speaking to me. So I know, it's the queen is here. She is here and to right a wrong. And she's here for her people. And we are going to rise from this oppression. We are going to overcome. We are going to come out with substance. There are some things happening. There are some movements working behind the scene you don't even know about. So, but just trust me, hold on, and keep growing. If you love your loved ones, grab them and tell them to come on, let's start growing. We are going to rise all over the world. We are going to rise above this oppression. We are going to come out with substance, and we're going to show the world. We're going to take our royal and not inferior place in this world where we rightfully belong. And for once, we are going to walk around now with a smile on our face. Yeah, we got to wear these masks now. We're going to walk around with a smile on our face. And I'm going to tell you something. The evil ain't going to know where I'm at, honey. The evil ain't going to be able to find me and track me like they used to do, the freedom fighters before, because I don't be out like that. So, they ain't, and wherever I'm at, I'm going to be out, rolling around. The evil ain't going to know where to find me. And then on top of that, the evil ain't even going to know which message, which episode to listen to, what I might say, because there's a whole lot of episodes they got to listen to and go through and try to figure some stuff out, how I'm going to get a message to my people, how we going to rise and overcome oppression, because I'm going to keep on talking until my soul transition or until things change. The queen is here. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. Let's rise.